Consumers usually get to play their games once they're finished. It's only in some cases that gamers get to play their games in early development, or rarely do they see them in beta forms. Not in this case, not here. Here in the beta zone.
Hello?
The idea of Luigi's Mansion first started off as a concept on the Nintendo 64, which was later ported over to the Nintendo GameCube due to hardware limitations towards the end of the N64 life cycle. The project was shown off as a tech demo for the Nintendo GameCube at Nintendo Space World 2000, and was later shown off as an actual game at E3 2001. There were many changes made to the beta of Luigi's Mansion between the time it was released and the time it was shown off as a tech demo. For the most part, many of the textures of the mansion and many of the ghosts were altered in the final version of the game. The final look of the mansion between the beta version and then the final copy of the game looks completely different in terms of textures, while all the ghosts mostly have different colors. For example, the Basher, which is now known as the orange, very popular ghost in the final game, was at one point very pinkish white. The classic Game Boy Horror from the final copy of the game was also called the Game Boy Color in the beta version of the game, and rather than showing different stats of how much money you've collected, it showed many other different features in the beta version of the game. For example, at one point it was a timer. Now many conclude this to be a timer for the E3 tech demo, or the demo that was shown off during the full-fledged copy of the game. Others suspect that at one point, Luigi would have a timer that he only had a certain amount of time to which he would save Mario in the game, and if he didn't save Mario in that certain amount of time, he would lose, causing Luigi to fall into a depression. Digging into the files of the final copy of the game, you could find 3 different ranked images for ending for Luigi. One of them being a very depressed Luigi, suggesting that he may have lost his brother. This is the ending you would get if you didn't make the timer in time, or you didn't save Mario. The next ending is a good ending, with you most likely saving Mario but not getting all the collectible items in the game, thus one peace sign Luigi. And the next ending would be you saving Mario, getting all the collectible items in the game, and thus having 2 peace signs. In the beta version, the Poltergust 3000 was more shaped like a round box rather than the design it has in the final copy of the game. There was also different nozzles for when using air and water with the vacuum. Some other interesting files included the model of Mario stretched out to the proportion of Luigi wearing the Poltergust. Now many speculate to believe that this model was used either for a boss battle or a scrapped multiplayer mode that may have later been implemented in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Speaking of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, one of the main and probable reasons to why this game or the sequel is on the 3DS rather than on the Nintendo Wii U is the fact that the original GameCube game was supposed to feature 3D graphics. Nintendo was working on an accessory for the Nintendo GameCube that would allow players to play the game in stereoscopic 3D. However, the production cost of all this and the final cost of the accessory with the GameCube in the game overall was non-profitable overall, so they ended up scrapping the idea, which later was most likely implemented into the 3DS game since the 3DS and the 3DS XL already feature glasses-free 3D. And that does it for this episode of Beta Zone on the beta of Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. If you have any other suggestions for games you want us to take a look at in this series, please do leave them in the comment section below, and if we like your idea, we'll credit you in the next video. Thank you all for being some amazing and very fantastic viewers, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Hey guys, welcome to the End Slate. 10 internet points for you for watching the whole video. You are now 100% smarter than all your friends because you have the vast knowledge of Luigi's Mansion that they don't have. On the left, you could have a vast more knowledge on the beta of Halo Combat Evolved, or you could get some brilliant ideas for a possible moveset for Phoenix Wright as a playable character in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS on the right. And if you're just feeling being a complete badass, you can also click that subscribe button that'll inform you whenever we release a brand new video here on the channel. And you know, if you just want to show off at this point, you might as well go ahead and click like on our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter, you know, because you're just the pinnacle of human beings. As always gamers, thank you all very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.